Dear First Prep, today we'll start a new lesson in algebra, which is square root. What is the square root? The square root, as we took it before, it's this symbol. Square root of 25 is 5, because 5 power 2 equal 25. So the square root is the inverse operation of power 2. If you know that 3 power 2 is 9, so square root of 9 will give you 3. And the negative square root of 25 is negative 5, because also negative 5 power 2 equal 25. So 25 here has 2 roots. If you make 5 power 2, it will give you 25. If you make negative 5 power 2, it will give you also 25. So 25 here is called a perfect square. Perfect square is a number resulted from a square of another number. So 5 square is 25. So 25 here is called the perfect square. And any perfect square has 2 roots, positive and negative. So if he asks you what is the number power 2 equal 9, we say that it could be 3 or negative 3. First, the perfect squares. We know that 1 power 1 equal 1, 2 power 2 equal 4, 3 power 2, 9, 4 power 2, and so on till 10 power 2 equal 100. So the result here, all the result of the squares are called perfect squares. So 1 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square, 49 is a perfect square, and 100 is a perfect square. But so the perfect squares here, all of them are positive. As we took in the powers, any negative power raised to power 2 will be 25. So there is no perfect square will be negative, because any number, even if it's a negative, if we raised it to power 2 or if we square this number, it will be positive. So there is no square root of a negative number, because there is no a negative perfect square. I can find a square root of a perfect square only, because there is no number power 2 will give you 25, because power 2 will erase the negative sign. We have some rules. The first one, if I want to find a square root of a square number, square root of a square number, here the square root is the opposite of the square or power 2. It will be the absolute value of a over b. Why absolute value? Because the power 2 here will erase the negative. If this number is negative, power 2 will make it positive, because square root, for example, square root 5 power 2 equal 5, because the square root and the power 2 are inverse operations for each other. And the square root of negative 5 power 2, here power 2 will take the negative and the power, it will be 5. The second rule, if I want to find the square root of any other power, not 2. We said in number 1, if the power is 2 or square, it will give me the number itself, the positive value of the number of itself. But if there is any other power, it should be even power, and we divide it by 2. For example, if I want to find a square root of x power 6, here to find a square root of x power 6, we divide the power by 2. So the answer here will be x power 3. Again, if I want to square root x power 10, yes, we divided 10 by 5, it will be x power 5 by 2, sorry. And if I have square root y power 8, x power 4, divided both powers by 2, it will be y power 4, x power 2. The third rule is, if you have, as I said many seconds before, x power 2 equal number. If he said that there is a number power 2 equal 9, for example, so this number will be the positive or negative square root of the number. For example, if x power 2 equals 625, there is number raised to power 2 equals 625. What is this number? We find square root of both sides, which will be positive or negative. Root 625, it will be positive or negative 25. As we said before, this 625 is a perfect square because it's resulted from a square of the number. So this number, it could be positive or negative. For example, complete the following. Number 1, square root 49. You can memorize what is the number raised to power 2 or multiply it by itself equal 49, or we can use the calculator. Square root is the symbol right here. Square root 49 equal 7. So it's easy to find the square root using the calculator. Number 2, negative square root of 81. It can be negative root, negative outside the root, but not inside the root. There is no square root of a negative number, but there is a negative root of any number. Negative square root 81, it will be negative 9. Number 3, positive or negative. Yes, we have a positive root, we have a negative root, or we have both roots of any perfect square. As we said before, any perfect square has two roots, positive and negative. Square root 36 over 25 equal positive or negative 6 over 5. Number 4, yes, as we said in the last rule, or the first rule, if I have a square root of a number raised to power 2, the root here will erase power 2, it will give you the positive value of 81 over 100. Number 5, square root 6 1/4 using calculator equals 5 over 4. Another example, simplify. Here I have to make steps. Square root of 4 x power 2, 9 and y power 2. I want to find the square root of all these numbers. So I will take one by one. I will distribute the root on 4 and this x power 2 and 9 and y power 2. I distributed on each number multiplied by each other. So we can distribute the root on multiplication and on division, up and down. Square root 4 is calculator equal to square root 9, calculator equal 3. Here x power 2, the root will be raised with power 2, give you x. Here the same, square root of any number power 2 equal the number itself. Number 2, again 36x power 8 over 49 y power 4. First we will distribute the square root. Second, we will find each one separately. Square root 36 is 6. Square root x power 8, what we do to the power? Yes, we divide the power by 2, it will be x power 4. Now in 49, it will be 7, divided 4 by 2 equals 6. Here, divided the power by 2 equals 6x power 4, 7y power 2. Number 3. The simplify could be like the first lesson. We took that if there is number raised to power 2, we distribute the number, and here if there is a square root, we can distribute the root. So it can be the square root, it can be part of a simplified question. So negative 2 over 7, there is nothing to do. Here we distribute the root up and down, and here we distribute the power up and down. So negative 2 over 7 square root 49 over square root 4 times 2 power 2 times 7 power 2. This number again, there is nothing to do. Using calculator, 49 over square root 4 equals 7 over 2. 2 power 2 times 7 power 2 equal 4 over 49 equal negative 4 over 49 using the calculator. and this is the square root. I hope it was useful for you. Thank you very much.